Good morning. It's Leslie, December 16th. So I think this is day 5 of my Vlogmas, of 12 days of Vlogmas. This is Rosehaven Yarn Shop, and Milo had to come today because no one was home. My husband normally works from home, but he had meetings today and a Christmas party with one of his clients and stuff, so he wanted to go out and do his own thing, and we only have one vehicle, so he dropped me off to work. And Milo's here. Milo really wants to get out of his sweater, don't you? Because I know it's driving you crazy and it's itchy. Yes. But of course, no, it's not a knitted sweater, because this one is the only one that he stays in because it's fairly tight on him. It's itchy. So we brought Milo's toys and stuff, and Milo has to remember when people walk in the door not to bark. So we will see how well he does today as a shop dog. So let's see, what else? I've been noticing everybody on Ravelry, there's some great Christmas knitting going on. Oh man, there's some cool stuff. And, what else? Oh, so we went and saw Rogue One last night. It was awesome. Okay, I'm not a good movie critic because it doesn't take much to make me happy. I'm like, cool effects, you know, fun stuff, a little, you know, good storyline. I'm good, right? But according to my husband and my son, the movie critics, it was excellent, epic, fantastic, brilliant. It really did have a great, sorry, should I give a nerd alert? It's talking about Star Wars. It was very much like the very first Star Wars where Luke Skywalker first meets the C-3PO and the R2-D2 droids. This is actually the story of how they got the Death Star plans. So it's just before Luke meets C-3PO and R2-D2, and it's amazing that we can make a movie in 2016 and it actually links up to one from, what was it, the 70s? Wasn't it the late 70s that Star Wars came out, the very first one? And Star Wars, that movie is still up to pretty good, up to par. You know, it's pretty amazing that it's 30 years old and it's got some great quality. Anyways, enough talk about sci-fi Star Wars nerd stuff. I won't give anything away, but it was good, excellent. I love Christmas time and all the movies that come out, and there's all these great movies. And of course, we also went and saw Harry Potter. Well, not Harry Potter, but the Fantastic Beasts, because Harry Potter is such a Christmas thing. It was always came out at Christmas time, right? And we always took the kids, and the kids were totally into Harry Potter, so it was awesome. Oh, all right, Milo, let's get you out of that sweater. I know it's driving you crazy, isn't it? All right, hopefully he's not gonna do a little funny yelp, because as soon as he thinks you might hurt, he's a bit of a diva. He's not a very good Canadian dog. He doesn't have any body fat on him or fur. You're like naked practically. Oh, there. Ooh. And he rubs the hair off his head. He's getting a bald spot because he lives under the blankets, and he's always under the blankets. So it's always rubs the hair off. There, is that better? Yeah, it's warm in here, so you'll be fine. There, what have you got? Where's your toys? Where's your snowball? Get it. Which one's the snowball? That's not the snowball. This one's the snowball. There. There you go. Yeah, when customers come in, he usually carries a toy to them and runs up and says hello and shows them a toy, and he's pretty funny. He hates driving, though. I've never had a dog that hates a car as much as this Noodle, but boy, he doesn't like the car. But he knows, once he's here, he knows like which door is mine to come into the shop on the street and stuff, so don't you, buddy? Yes, good man. Say hello. You are the superhero of tongue, aren't you? You and that licking everything. Blech. So, we're having a snow mess coming. It's kind of lightly snowing out now. It's, I think, -15. And there's apparently freezing rain. I don't know how it's going to rain when it's -15, but there's freezing rain and stuff coming tonight. So I have a feeling two things are going to happen. It's going to be completely dead in here because it's already kind of iffy. You know, it's slightly snowing. No one's going to leave their house and not going to buy anything. Or it's going to be busy because everyone knows the weekend's going to be terrible the whole weekend with snowy, icy weather. No one's going to want to leave. So they all come in and shop and get their bread and their milk and their yarn because if there's no electricity or it goes out because it's a really bad ice storm, then you want something to do and there's no television and no podcasts and no internet. So it's funny, we've had a few Snowmageddon days in January and February, and we get a busy day in the shop. It's pretty funny. So I've got my knitting. I'm on a mission. I've got podcasts and Netflix to watch. I got the heat on. I love these days in the store. Don't we, Milo? We do. Yes, we do. Thank you. So we shall see what the day brings to us and go from there. So I only brought myself one knitting project, so I better not get twitchy and want to try a different one. I've got to finish this one. This is the focus. This is the pressure one. So I hope this is enough stitches. It's what I normally cast on for a hat, but it looks small, but it's for a 12-year-old, so I think it'll stretch out. I think it's right. 80 stitches, 4.5 worsted weight. Pretty standard for a hat, right? Okay, the pattern called for 100, but I'm sorry, I've made so many hats in worsted weight, and 100 stitches would be a great big sloppy mess. So hopefully I'm right. We shall see. All right, I'm gonna go drink some more tea, caffeinate, and watch a bit more podcasting. See you later. Hi, getting close to the end of the day. I think it's just 5:30, and it's Friday, so we actually have the store open till 7 o'clock for the Christmas season. Not really much point. There's not really anybody around now that it gets dark so early, because it's like completely full dark out there. And the storm system is definitely coming. It hasn't hit yet, so I guess it'll be probably more overnight. We're supposed to get about 5 centimeters and then freezing rain and stuff tomorrow. So already tomorrow, Chris is working, and she's already sent me a note, or sorry, not sent me a note. She called me to double check on what the plan is for tomorrow. So I said, well, 9:30 in the morning, we'll do a text, or 9 o'clock, and figure out whether we open tomorrow or stay home. If it's more safe just to stay home, we'll stay home. I'm just gonna leave a note on the door, so if I'm not here tomorrow and Chris isn't here tomorrow, it's because the weather's bad and probably no one's gonna come in anyways. So I just kind of leave a note saying, if we're not here, we're safe at home. Sometimes what I do, because I'm only 12 minutes from work, if the weather's bad and some of the ladies live a little further out, I have this awesome little SUV that I love. Her name is Roxy. She's my cool little truck, and heated seats. Oh, gotta have heated seats in Canada. Oh God, I love my heated seats. She's got all-wheel drive, so she kind of rocks it. We can drive very slowly, cautiously, and I don't get stressed out about driving in snowy, messy weather. It's not a big deal to me, and it's not like there's traffic to contend with out here. It's just, a couple country roads, and I'm here, and they're all paved, and they're all, like, there's lots of the houses and stuff, so it's like if something did go wrong, and there's always a house within like a 2-minute walk sort of thing. It's not like it's completely giant prairies and stuff like that. It's all very close. So yesterday you met Mags, who works here as well. Mags is Mags Candace. I don't know if anybody recognized her from the knitting world. She's sort of our little celebrity. We love Mags. She doesn't really do a whole lot of what she used to do. She used to own the Mission Falls yarn company, and this is her book, Gifted. See, her name, Mags Candace. And she does some great knitted, felted stuff, and she does some amazing designs. So yeah, so definitely check out Mags Candace on Ravelry, because she's got some beautiful designs out there in the knitting world. She started her own yarn company. Wow, I don't know, like 20 years ago maybe? I'm not sure, because I think she got out of it about 5 years ago. Sold it all and everything. But Mission Falls was a really nice yarn that was created. Anyway, so how lucky am I get Mags Candace to work here? She's awesome. She knows tons about knitting, and she's a lot of fun. So love Mags. And she probably won't watch the podcast because she's like traveling. Like she only works here sort of here and there in between. And so I know she's going out to Vancouver this spring to do a natural dyeing workshop. It sounds amazing. I want to do that too. And our other little favorite person that works here, who's a celebrity, is Kelly McClure of Boho Knits. And Kelly is of the fame of the sock head hat. I think everyone in the world has pretty much heard of, been meaning to, is in their stash to make the sock head hat. Kelly looks so much cuter in this hat when she takes pictures of it. She's got this awesome long curly locks. So she's working on Sunday, but this is her sample sock head hat. It's basically a ball of fingering weight yarn, and I don't know if it uses the whole one. I doubt it, but it could, because it's got a really nice big slouch to it. So this yarn was, I think it was, oh wait, I've got the tag on it. Oh, how smart are we? It's the Manos del Uruguay Allegra that she made it with. So nice colors. And Kelly of Boho Knits, you should check her out as well, because on Ravelry, she has some amazing shawls. We did a knit along with the knitting group of this one. This is called the Levity Shawl. And this takes 2 skeins of any sock weight yarn. And Kelly dyes her own yarn. So this is her line of yarn called Ramble. And this one is called Colonel Mustard. This is Kelly's favorite color. Just about every sample she makes is in a yellow tone of some kind, but isn't it pretty? And it's a pretty nice simple shawl pattern too. So, and it's got a nice drape. It's like a nice big size. Oh, it's lovely. And another shawl she just finished is this one. Super simple, just a real super basic garter stitch triangle. With increases in the center and I think increases on the outside. And this one she knit with Noro Silk Garden. It took 2 balls of Noro Silk Garden and 1 skein of Barocco's Ultra Alpaca, which is just a worsted weight, so you could use any worsted weight basically that you would want. And it makes just a nice little shawl. Yeah. Of course, I'm wearing my Pure Joy. Love this Pure Joy. I might almost make another one because it's sort of like the most awesome crescent shape. And now that I've actually been wearing it all the time, like, oh, it's so warm and comfortable. Love this one. Oh, right. And I'll show you. This is just another free pattern by, I don't know who, but it's the Braided Hug Cowl. And we used Debbie Bliss Angel, 2 of them, and the Eco Cascade, which is one of those really big skeins that I think has 478 yards in it. And so it's got this great, we did 2 greens. The light green is a little bit, the mohair, and it's got just a little bit of halo and fuzz because so it adds a nice texture to the darker green, and it fits. See how good I can get this on. Like that. And it's cozy and it's so soft. So you're knitting it this way, and then I think you pick up stitches and do the ribbed bit. One of my ladies from Knit Night was in love with the pattern, and I said, I'll give you the yarn if you'll knit it for me, and I get to keep it as a sample for a few months, and then that's how I work it. It's people knit stuff, and then we keep it. I give them the yarn, they knit it, and then I keep it for a few months to sample, as to show people what they can make with the yarn, and then eventually we usually end up selling it in the shop, or they get to take it back and keep it. After about 6 months or something, they'll take the sample back, or we sell it, and then they get a percentage of the sales of the item. So yeah, what else? It's been kind of a quiet day. There was a few people that came in looking for yarn because they know it's supposed to be a messy weekend, so everyone's going to be sitting at home knitting. I'm knitting my TARDIS hat. It's coming along nicely. It looks so small though. These 16-inch needles, it's so hard to tell if it's like going to be okay. I'm sure it's going to fit, but it still makes me paranoid. Milo is absolutely exhausted. He's laying here beside me. See if I can tilt down so you can see him. He's completely crashed. Whoop. And as my camera goes flying, sorry. Sit. Oh, not you, Milo. Right there, Milo. Just relax. Are you tired? I know, you got all your toys in here. He's so tired because he's not used to having the whole day where he's actually got to be awake, greeting people, visiting, showing toys to people. Have a little bark once in a while. We had to walk to the post office through all the cold, and the salt, the poor salt on his paws was very, very sore. He was hobbling by the time we got to the post office. It was not comfortable on his toes because it burns through in the skin after a while. So my husband is my editor. Is that what we call it? Yes. Editing, he edits my videos. I keep asking him if I can edit them. I would be happy to and try to learn how to do it because it's not that hard. I know how to use iMovie. I've used it before on my iPad, but he's been complaining that I am not putting myself in the third of the video and stop putting myself in the middle, and I think I'm still doing it. It's like, there, okay, thirds. He's always yelling, thirds, you gotta put thirds in. And I need to pause longer before I hit the on button. These rules. He worked in television a long time, as I've mentioned before, so I'm learning. I'm not doing horribly bad, am I? Anyways, hey, so thank you to all you guys that have been watching and subscribing, because I think I'm up to 150 subscribers, so I'm nowhere near like Die Another Day. I love you guys. Amanda, Christina, hi. Come and visit me soon. It's so boring when it's quiet and there's no one around. I want to hang out and talk to you guys and swap yarn ideas. But yeah, so subscribe. That's what I was talking about. You need to hit the subscribe button, which I think is like over there maybe. And then you'll get a notification every time. Just a quick thing will pop up saying that I've loaded another video. It's up and happening. And what else is going on? Not a whole lot. I've been selling a lot of mittens and a lot of winter socks. I just had to put another order in for more socks because we're going through the socks, boy. Thermo hair socks. We have these socks that are 68% kid mohair and 32% nylon. They wear so well. I've got a pair that I think are maybe 6 years old. They can be washed. They're like a loop design, so they're almost like terry cloth kind of look inside, but it's all that fuzzy, lovely mohair from Angora goats. And it's made in South Mountain, Ontario by a really nice family. And my God, they are the warmest socks ever. They're incredible. There's a lady, well, there's a lot of families that come and they buy a pair of socks for everyone's stocking every single year. And one lady said her son works in Nunavut, way the heck up north, Arctic Circle kind of thing. And he works outside in construction, and he says they're honestly the only thing that work. They're wicked nice. I know I was wearing them once with my boots, and they had a leak in them, and I didn't know they were wet and leaky. I didn't realize my feet had actually gotten wet because my feet were warm, even though they were wet. That is the magic of wool, right? Well, even though this is mohair, same idea. It doesn't matter if they're, you can have big, wet, sloppy wool mittens and your hands should still be warm. So I think I'm gonna wrap up because apparently my battery is going down. Okay, yeah, my battery's starting to die. So I hope you guys have a lovely evening. Stay warm and cozy, and we'll see how the weather goes. I guess I'm going to be home all day tomorrow. I don't plan on going anywhere tomorrow unless I absolutely have to. But if I have to come in and open the shop because Chris is nervous about driving, I will totally do that because I can knit here as well as I can knit anywhere else. As long as I'm knitting, I'm good. So have a fabulous evening, and thanks for watching, and thanks for sending me emails and texts and stuff. It's been fun, and I'm trying to do more stuff on Instagram, but I know I kind of hit a slow point. I need to get back up there, but it's just because I've just been trying to crank through all these projects. Anyways, have a lovely evening, and we'll see you again on the other side tomorrow. Bye.